to see Krishna. The same respect we would give to God if we saw him. So this type of universal vision of the Lord is the civilizing effect for a human being. And with that civilizing effect, they begin to have what's called this spiritual, universal spiritual vision. Okay, so now, after you've invited your loved one, you've fed your loved one, now we're going to offer Pushpa Pooja, flowers to the deceased, and along with that we offer our punya, our good acts to your loved one. So every time I say swaha, we'll offer some flowers. Do we have a lot of flowers for everyone? Avinasi tutad vidi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasam avyayasyasya nakaschit kartam arhati. O Arjuna, swaha, O Arjuna, that which pervades the entire body, that's consciousness, you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy the imperishable soul. So the indication that one has a soul is that the body is conscious. And because it's conscious, you can understand potentially your relationship not only with God, but how to relate to the material nature, how to relate to other people, and how to glorify God with loving devotion. This is the secret to having a successful life, and of course, to be able to remember God at every step of your life. Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta saridana anasino primiyasya tasmat yudyasva bharata swaha. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore fight, O descendant of Bharata. So here, Krishna is telling Arjuna, be concerned with the soul which is eternal. The body that is temporary will eventually decay and die. But while you have your composure of the mind, use your body, use your senses, use your mind, use your intelligence to understand your relationship with God and act in a practical way to serve God with devotion and love. And that is called bhakti yoga. There are different types of yoga. There's karma yoga, jnana yoga, astanga yoga. But bhakti yoga is considered the topmost yoga because it's based on love and devotion for the Lord. When you actually have love for Krishna, like Arjuna, like Kunti Devi, like Nanda Maharaj, like the Sodamai, like the Gopis, and like many of the Alvars, all the Alvars and all the great Acharyas, they actually had love for the Lord. You are liberated in this world. Iha yasya harir dasya kamana manasajira akilasvapya vasta su jivan mukta sa uchyate. You become jivan mukta when you develop this loving devotion for the Lord. And this was the original culture of India. It's called Sanatan Dharma. Dharma means your prescribed duty or your occupational duty in life. But there are two levels of duty. One is called duty in normal things, like raising your kids, honoring your parents, teaching, showing good behavior to others, being respectful, being humble, etc. That's your regular dharma. And the higher dharma is developing your love and devotion for God, for Krishna. So in this verse, it makes it very clear that the soul is eternal, and the presence of the soul in the body is known by consciousness. As soon as the consciousness stops, then you know the person has died. So death means that something is missing from the body. It's not a question of chemicals. The scientists know the chemicals in the body, and they can inject chemicals into the body after it's dead, but the person won't come alive because something more than the chemicals has left the body, and that is the soul. And the consciousness is the presence of the soul. And as soon as a person dies, they are unconscious. They don't respond anymore. Therefore, we can tell the difference between a living being and a dead being. And that should be the indication that there's something supernatural in the soul that animated it with consciousness, and it's supernatural in the body that animated it with consciousness, and that is the soul. Then Krishna says, Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sariruna anasino primeyasya tasmat yudyasva bharata. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata, Arjuna. Swaha ya inam vitihantaram yaschaina mandinde hatam uboto na vijanito nayam hanti nahanyate. Swaha. Neither he who thinks the living entity is slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. So in other words, the body is eternal. You cannot kill, not the body, the soul is eternal. You cannot kill it. You cannot hurt it in any way. But the body is ephemeral, and it can be easily hurt, and it can easily